What kind of environment attracts what kind of creatures? Xiefeng. September 21, 2019. Translated by Qingyu and edited by Kayer. The front and rear yards of Lifechanyuan's international family headquarters in Canada are each more than 2,600 square meters. In 2017, they were both highly covered in debris and no birds visited either of them. In 2018, I started to clean both yards, but as our lawnmower was small, the thatch in the backyard was not cleaned up and birds continued to remain distant, but several Canadian geese and crows were attracted to the front yard. In 2019, I bought a larger mower and cleared both yards to be green and lush. Then in the spring, many unknown birds appeared, especially hummingbirds. A flock of crows came to the lawn for food and stayed for a long time. Sometimes, the lawns housed more than 70 birds at once. In spring and summer, more than a dozen Canadian geese began foraging for food in the front yard, and recently in autumn, more than a dozen Canadian geese began to leisurely forage in the backyard. From the above phenomenon, I came to the revelation that the types of environments will determine the kinds of creatures who will be attracted to them. The former third branch of Lifechanyuan in China was located in a valley, and after more than a year of environmental renovation by our Chanyuan celestials, groups of chirping birds became attracted to it. From morning to night, the chirping of birds had become endless, and they were very beautiful to hear. It was really a case of birds singing and flowers giving forth their fragrances. Do you remember the few persimmon trees from which we ate most of the fruit, leaving the remainder for the birds? Then we planted a few acres of wheat, all of which the birds ate. Someone suggested that we should not let the birds eat all of our wheat, but I countered that it did not matter who ate it, let the birds eat it. As a result, there were more and more birds, and they settled in the third branch in pairs and groups all year round. The type of environment determines the types of creatures that will be attracted to it. Mountains attract tigers, grasslands attract wolves, jungles attract lions and leopards, stagnant pools attract crocodiles, wetlands attract migratory birds, the Gobi Desert attracts lizards, green mountains and blue waters attract good weather, poor mountains and stale waters attract violent storms, bad emperors attract treacherous villains, wise emperors attract upright ministers and righteous men, brothels attract whoremasters, galleries attract artists, casinos attract gamblers, and battlefields attract soldiers. A large number of phenomena in nature and human society prove that the type of environment will determine the kind of creatures that it will attract. Environments are divided into natural ones and spiritual ones. Natural ones are like this, so what about spiritual ones? The answer is the same. The type of spiritual environment determines the types of gods and deities who will be attracted to it. If the spiritual environment is like a garden of flowers, then it will attract bees and butterflies, but if it is more like stinky shit, then it will attract flies. There is a large number of stories about soul possessions among the people. This kind of phenomenon definitely exists. As for the type of soul possession, that is determined by the spiritual environment of the possessed. Those who deliberately mystify things will be possessed by ghosts or monsters, those who talk about spirits and deities will be possessed by evil spirits. Those whose spiritual environments are pure will attract angels and bodhisattvas, and those whose spiritual environments are extraordinary and spotless will be possessed by gods. Understanding the above principles, we can explain some phenomena, such as earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, plagues, turmoil, fires, and so on. There must be something wrong with people's spiritual environments in those places because each of those environments can invite either auspiciousness or disasters. Similarly, if people often encounter villains, bullies, insults, ugly scenery, misfortunes, and disasters, and unhappy people or things, then needless to say, it is their own spiritual environments that have gone wrong. The problem is caused by their own spiritual environments. From this, we can further understand the truth of how to be human beings. If we want nature to make the weather smooth, then we must love her and cherish her life. If we want to make our life safe and smooth, then we must have kind thoughts in our hearts, not thoughts of hurting others and taking rash actions, but of restraining our greed. If you want to attract butterflies and bees, then you must grow flowers in your soul garden. If you want to attract birds, plant more fruit trees, and if you want to attract noble people, be grateful. Have you ever seen God with your own eyes? Have you ever seen the Buddhas? Have you ever seen a fairy? No? Do you know why you have not seen them? The reason is that the environment of your mind is not worthy of doing so. I have a saying, absolutely beautiful things can only be enjoyed by absolutely beautiful lives. Pigs only deserve to live in pig pens, and regular people are only worthy of struggling in the world of suffering. If we want to enjoy our lives in fairy worlds, then our spiritual environments must match the fairy world environment. The Queen Mother of the West would never invite anyone randomly to a banquet at the Immortal Peach meeting. Understanding this, the type of environment determines the types of things, beings, and deities that will be attracted to it, and the main task of a person's life is to create their own beautiful natural and spiritual environments instead of devoting all their time and energy to study, work, and forming connections. It is really the case of, fragrances will attract butterflies to flowers and pure hearts will be frequented by celestial beings, and once the roots are established, the way will grow therefrom,